Pastor Rephat, take 1.1.
My name is Pastor Rephat Nyarenda. I'm from Zimbabwe. My mother died when I was 3 months old. My father died when I was 9 years old. I grew up really not having both parents to look up to, but I was cared by people that came into my life and made a huge difference by, bringing me up, and as I continued to look up to them, I began to see the love of God in them. I saw how much they loved me, even though I messed up, even though there were a lot of things that I was struggling with in my life. I saw Jesus in them, and the way they loved, the way they cared, the way they supported me. To me, that was pure religion, because they demonstrated what the gospel is all about. I always look at the scriptures, when you look at how God, by loving us so much, the Bible says that He sent and gave His Son, Jesus, who came to seek and to save the lost, of which I was one of those people. I was lost. Before, in our church, before people got involved in orphan care, the word adoption was never heard of. And people were scared, people were afraid, to get involved with orphans and vulnerable children because of the myth where people believe that when you get involved in orphans' lives, you bring curse upon yourself. But ever since we explained and spoke about pure religion and what that means, we have seen the church moving in and begin to get involved, where even as I speak now, for the past 2 years, we have seen quite a number of people. I think if I were to be more precise, over 20 families have adopted and fostered. So we can see that the culture and the way in which the church is responding to orphan care has completely changed. For us as pastors to respond to orphan and vulnerable children, we need to come to a point where, as pastors, we need to look at what God is prioritizing. He says, I am a father to the fatherless. So if we partner with God in what He is doing, we actually are prioritizing our relationship with God, because we are actually doing what He's commanding us to do. So whichever way we are going to respond to orphans and vulnerable children, it has to come from the conviction of what God has done, first of all, in our own lives. I was once lost. I was once, in a mess. But Jesus turned my life around. So the way I'm approaching my help, my involvement in orphan care is coming from the understanding that I have been saved. I have come to know Jesus. And so I'm giving what I have also received from Jesus. This is God's call. This is God's mandate given to the church to care and love those that the rest of the world have rejected.